Everybody, it's Dawn coming to you with another podcast for Out of the Spiritual Closet. And this week, I want to start out with a message. This week, I wanted to let you know I'm releasing this episode a day early on Friday so that you'll have time on Saturday if you'd like to jump over and listen to me at the summit I'm going to be speaking at, if I can speak, come Saturday. And it's called the Rise Up Summit. The links are in the video description below. You can go there. I have posts on Facebook and on YouTube and all over the place, but it will be listed in the description for this podcast if you'd like to sign up. It is an awesome experience. It's 2 fun-filled days, Friday and Saturday, $0 ticket. If you want to upgrade, highly suggested, $47 to upgrade and to get the VIP pass, which entitles you to a whole bunch of other extra perks. I am only one of about 20 or 30 other speakers speaking over the 2 days. I don't know the exact number, but each one of the speakers has a little different topic, and it's all about igniting your life, getting in touch with your gifts and things like that. So join me, Dawn, on Saturday at 11:45 a.m. Eastern if you'd like to hear my talk and what I'm giving away for free that day. So I hope to see you there. So now we'll transition into this week's podcast. So thank you so much for listening to that. I'm excited. It is my first speaking gig of this size. So I'm excited about it. So hopefully I'll see some faces there that I know, see the names at least. So this week's podcast is all about labels, right? Who are you? How do you define yourself? How do others see you? And this is a topic that's really near and dear to my heart because labels ruled my life for so much of my life, right? I was Italian. I was, this and that. I was Catholic. I was the mom. I was the soccer mom, the cookie mom. I was corporate woman. And I had all these different labels. But what happened to me is my labels all got ripped off. Okay. And it was okay because they were getting scratchy and itchy and they didn't exactly fit right. And what I mean by that is I had cancer, and cancer was the zero ground for me. I went bald. I lost my will to live. I lost my spark. I lost energy. I lost friends. It just was an awful time period in so many ways. But as they say, the worst of times, the best of times. It was the best of times because I no longer fit into any labels. I was no longer any of those things. I had some of those roles, but they didn't define me anymore, right? I was career woman, soccer mom, whatever you want to label yourself. But what had happened was that I was in a cage of labels. And if I wanted to do something that didn't fit in the label, I judged myself, or I thought others were going to judge myself, whichever way it really was. I was being judged, but I was also judging, right? And so with that said, cancer really knocked down the walls of the cage. Not having any energy to do anything made it real easy for me to be selective about where I shared my energy and how I spent my free time, right? Whatever little good time. So I began to start looking at labels as limitations on me. If I am this label, then I shouldn't be doing this. If I am a Catholic, I should never be reading tarot cards or oracle cards. If I am this, then I'm wrong. If I'm a mother, I'm wrong if I don't support XYZ with my children. And so these labels just suffocated me, right? Like I said, I broke free of the cage because I had no choice. I was laid out flat for 6 months. And during that time period, I was able to go back to my core and figure out, I'm not any of those labels. I am a multidimensional being living a human experience. And that's tough, right? And so instead of trying to fit into this box and fit into that box, I kind of took a different approach with it. I took an approach of I am open and ready for every different possibility. Because remember, I had cancer and I almost died. So every day past remission, which is 8 years now, no, he's not point, but I have faith. But every day past remission was a new day that I really wasn't expecting to have, right? And so I wanted to do things with more meaning. So that meant digging deeper and finding out what lit me up again, because I found the labels were a dark, dreary, caged container, right? And they kept me safe for a while, but then they constricted and restricted me. So when I had nothing to lose. So I was given this glorious gift of the cancer and the remission, and the fact that I was able to start from then saying, no, I'm not going to allow this in my life. Oh, I want more of this. And so it would go on back and forth like that. And it's not an overnight journey. It was not an overnight journey for me. I would say I probably should have reached out for more help along the way, but I didn't even understand that that would have been helpful because I was so used to doing it on my own or with my small support circle. But what happened for me was the small support circle didn't understand who I was becoming or what I needed to thrive. And they were still relating to the old label of me. So I say you act like that 3-year-old that doesn't even care if it puts a hole in the shirt. They rip that label out because it itches them and it makes them scratchy and it makes them uncomfortable, right? Rip your label off and experience the world with new, fresh eyes. If I wasn't labeling myself XYZ, what would I give myself permission to do, to be, to feel, right? For those men that are catching this podcast, maybe you've labeled yourself as the stoic, this or that in your family, and that means that you can't show the emotions. Well, I say try feeling the emotions, share the emotions, right? You have nothing to lose but your hesitation and your fear. Okay. You'll find that the more honest and authentic that you start appearing, the more aligned people you start drawing back into your life. So that's it for this week. It's all about the labels. If you'd like to hear more about my talk, it is about living your life, creating a life with clarity, not conditioning. And I'll be giving a few tips on how to assess the areas of your life and how to start the process of moving forward. So if you want to come, I hope to see you all there. It's going to be a fun 2-day event. So see you all soon. Thanks so much for tuning in.